Okay, so for this activity, we are going to examine and study the parts of a wave. The objective is to identify the parts of a wave and draw your own diagrams or pictures of a wave. Background is there are many types of waves, but there are primarily two categories. There are electromagnetic waves and mechanical waves. These two words are vocabulary words for the week. Okay? And electromagnetic waves can travel through space or any material. Mechanical waves can only travel through a material. They cannot travel in outer space or a vacuum. Vacuum, material. So two main differences. In part one, you are going to identify the parts of a wave by using the definition. So here's a wave, and I've marked the different parts here. And you're going to match the parts to the words and their definitions. So number one is crest. This is the highest point of a wave above the line of origin. So the highest point, the highest. Okay, so which number represents the highest point? So you need to identify and put a number here. Which number? Numbers. And if you need to use the personal dictionary to match the definition in the word to a picture, that's okay. Next one, trough. Trough is the lowest point or the bottom of the wave. I do like to call the crest is the top and the trough is the bottom. Okay. The line of origin is the original position of the medium or the middle. I like to call this the middle of the wave. The middle of the wave. Okay? And the wavelength is the distance between two crests or peaks, and it is the length of the wave. Okay? Which number represents wavelength? Again, you can go back to the personal dictionary if that's difficult for you. And amplitude is the height. So if wavelength's the length, amplitude is the height of a wave. It's the distance from the center line to the crest of a wave. Okay, so I just want you to put the numbers here for which number represents the different parts. Okay, so for part two, you're going to draw a wave. So part two, in the space below, draw 4 different waves with the following measurements. Okay, so for number one, okay, the measurements are here. These are the measurements for number one. Number one has a wavelength of 10 centimeters. And a trough of 3 centimeters and a crest of 3 centimeters. It's the same as your paper. Okay, first thing for number one, I'm going to draw the wavelength. So there's 2 sides to your ruler. There's inches and there's centimeters. We are going to use the centimeter side, this side. So the first part says the wavelength is 10 centimeters. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to mark 10 centimeters here. So 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters. I'm going to mark this 10 centimeters. Okay. I'm going to mark the middle of 10 centimeters, and the middle is 5. If I take 10 divided by 2, I get 5. That's the middle. Okay. So this is my wavelength, and I'm going to call that wavelength. It says to label. Label, that means give the name. Mark the name. Okay. So the wavelength is check. Now I'm going to draw the trough. So the trough, or mark the distance for the trough. Here I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So right here is the trough. It's 3 centimeters. And then the crest is 3 centimeters. So I'm going to right here go up. So 0 is on the line. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 out here. This is 3 centimeters. It's okay if it's there. That's fine. It's not a problem. So now we have to draw the wave. I'm going to mark crest. It's the crest. So I'm going to draw a line like this and another line like this. Okay. I'm going to start my wave here. This is where I start. I'm going to go up and touch this wave, go down through the midpoint, the middle, and then come back. That's how I draw my wave. That's my wave. Okay? And it says also label the parts. So this is the crest. This is the trough. So we have the wavelength, the trough, and the crest. Okay, that's for wave number 1. I want you to repeat that for 2, 3, and 4 here. 2, 3, and 4, and then answer some questions. Which is the largest? Which wave has the largest wavelength? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Smallest, largest amplitude, and the highest frequency. These are a little bit more advanced. These are part 3 is more like A-level questions. Okay, this is a B-level to draw it, and then this is more like a C-level type question. Okay.